spends money like it's a tap. Like he's got a tap, just like unlimited amount of money. Money's just flowing. And even as much money as he's made in his career, which he's probably made as much, if not more money than any boxer ever. Like there's all these lawsuits. Like he hasn't been paying things and he owes money on this and owes money on that. And it's like, and then he's got to come out of retirement. And when you get into latest watches and latest cars, you get into that shit. Like, boy, that money goes quick.
Yeah.
Bugattis are like 3 million. There's watches that are 3-5 million. That's crazy. So you buy a watch and a car, you're down 10. That's nuts.
It's kind of trapped in a regimen of fight, get the money, spend the money, fight. Fight, get the money, spend the money, fight. You know, there's no investments, no income from anywhere outside of him fighting.
Joe Rogan and 50 Cent are shedding light on Floyd Mayweather's life amid growing claims about his financial struggles.
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough. I think it's just the lifestyle that Floyd lived.
Yes.
I think he can't fathom to just live a modest lifestyle. It's like he gotta be lavish.
Right. He's got to have those videos where it shows you all the watches, where he opens the case up, you know.
All the money. He gotta show that he got $1 million in his backpack. And, you know, he got the latest watch and the latest car.
Joe Rogan, alongside Terrence Crawford, has raised serious questions about whether Floyd Mayweather's enormous fortune can withstand the lifestyle he has maintained for years. Rogan has pointed to Floyd's collection of $1 million watches, exotic cars, multiple bouteilles, luxury properties, and constant displays of cash as examples of just how expensive the money Mayweather image can become. The bigger question, according to Rogan's line of thinking, is how long even a fortune built through boxing can support that level of spending. Himself, like, draining all of his money. He was talking about it like that was the biggest detriment to him being able to save any money.
They trying to keep up.
Yeah. Which I thought was funny when I was listening to this conversation with Chad Ochocinco. He was talking about it. He was like,
his jewelry fake.
Yeah, he was wearing fake jewelry.
But who would know?
What's that?
Who would know?
No one knows.
50 Cent has spent years taking shots at Floyd Mayweather, particularly when discussing his extravagant lifestyle and approach to money. What began as a close friendship eventually became one of the most entertaining public feuds in boxing and hip-hop. 50 Cent has repeatedly questioned whether Floyd's endless displays of cars, jewelry, cash, and luxury possessions truly prove financial security. From his perspective, looking rich and remaining financially healthy are two completely different things. Their long-running rivalry has given 50 plenty of opportunities to use Mayweather's own money persona against him, whether he's mocking Floyd's spending habits or criticizing his business decisions.
Going. Yeah, that's what you think. It's fight, get the money, spend the money, fight.
All that money.
And it took been 2 years.
So is it just his overhead is so high on a day-to-day, month-to-month? Like
I don't even want to talk about it. Like with the lifestyle, that money is gone. Trust me. Now it's like you call him, he'll be at your local host in a nightclub because you need that.
Financial commentator Spencer Cornelia has suggested that Mayweather's interest in returning for additional boxing events could be connected to his need for another enormous payday. Despite the staggering sums Floyd earned during his professional career, Cornelia has questioned whether maintaining such an extravagant lifestyle and covering his financial commitments could require the money machine to keep running.
To add up, many have speculated that Mayweather is coming out of retirement for a rematch with Pacquiao because he needs the money. Yes, this is why. Around August 2025, Floyd needed cash money, so he decided to start pawning his jewelry. Here's a text on August 25th, 2025 of Jonas sending Floyd an image of his watch and the word loan below. That represents that watch as being within the group that was being pawned. Here's the second image sent on that day. The top image is a collection of watches that were grouped together for a November loan and that many had been returned after the balance was paid down. Here's the next message of another collection of watches that were used for a loan. The image on the left is an exhibit Floyd included in the complaint. Within this list are 4 of the watches you see in the text message on the right that were included in the group of watches that were pawned. This indicates he continues to lie about not knowing that his watches were getting pawned for a loan to fund his lifestyle. What was told to me is that Floyd was running out of money. Now, obviously, his broke is a lot different than broke for me and you, but at this time he needed money, so he decided to pawn $13 million from his watch.
Mayweather has reportedly dealt with substantial tax obligations and other financial pressures, while Cornelia has argued that maintaining Floyd's lifestyle could cost millions of dollars every month. That makes any potential comeback particularly interesting. Floyd has repeatedly promoted the enormous revenue his events can generate, insisting that few people can match his ability to create massive gates and generate money. From Cornelius' perspective, the real question isn't simply why Mayweather wants to fight again. It's whether the lifestyle he created has made another major payday increasingly important.
Me is that his lifestyle is so expensive that he constantly needs to take out loans against all his assets, and it's fine when he's fighting and making money because he can pay the loans back, but it's kind of like musical chairs. Here's Floyd texting about having to give up all of his jewelry and watches and all of his women's bags. Further, he sent the text, "Don't forget about my ladies' Birkins, also that's a part of the 13 million." In December 2025, Floyd texted, "Please keep me updated on my jewelry and Birkins, thanks." Back in March, so around 7 months after he began pawning, he texted his pawn shop lender asking about the balance he owes so Jonah knows what the number is. Jonah, as Floyd's manager and the one who handles all the financial transactions, is the one who ensures that all the loans are paid off. The lender responds $1.85 million in checks, $10.8 million in jewelry, and $1.47 million in fees, and he mentions needing another $360,000 by Friday so the fees don't keep adding up. Floyd received the $13 million for pawning watches in his supposed $100 million watch collection. Jonah shared with me that people pay up to 3% per month, which is why the fees were so high. That loan was almost paid in full. If you reread Joel's message, it makes sense. Joel says, "I have recouped everything and hasn't had to sell any pieces. All that remains is another $360,000 so Floyd doesn't have to pay any more fees." In case you aren't following, Joel can sell the watches that were pawned if Floyd doesn't pay the $13 million back. But he didn't need to sell watches because he was paid back and made $1.5 million in fees. In the complaint, Floyd discusses pawning his $100 million jewelry collection with the words, "to be pledged or placed in the possession of Joel, a Miami jewelry dealer." The amount received was around $13 million. A substantial portion of the pledged jewelry remains in the possession of Joel and Modi, and no accounting has been provided to Mr. Mayweather, and then alleges that the consideration received was diverted by
The financial discussion took another turn when a tweet from My Mixtapes added fuel to the growing conversation surrounding Mayweather's money situation. The controversy continued when a fan raised questions online about the current condition of Floyd Mayweather Promotions, prompting even more speculation about the business empire behind the Money Mayweather brand. Adding another complication, Floyd Mayweather has reportedly faced a lawsuit claiming that he owes more than $500,000 in unpaid rent connected to a luxury Manhattan residence. Court documents dated January 8, 2026 allege that Mayweather failed to make rental payments between July and November 2025. Reports say Mayweather entered into a lease for the property in late 2024 at approximately $100,000 per month. According to the account cited in the source, the owners initially received their payments on schedule, but those payments allegedly stopped during the summer of 2025. The property owner reportedly contacted Mayweather later that year regarding the outstanding balance and claimed that Floyd appeared surprised by how far behind the payments had become. The situation attracted even more attention because Mayweather was simultaneously posting images of large amounts of cash on social media. One real estate representative reportedly said the owners were frustrated by those posts, questioning why some of that visible cash couldn't be used to cover the alleged rent. Bill Haney has also criticized Mayweather's spending habits, arguing that the boxing legend should stop wasting money simply to maintain an extravagant image. Floyd has spent years showcasing expensive vehicles, diamond watches, mansions, cash, and other symbols of luxury. But the criticism goes deeper than simply accusing him of spending too much. It raises a larger question about whether maintaining the money Mayweather lifestyle has created financial pressure that is becoming increasingly difficult to ignore.
Taxes, because that seems to kill a lot of the fighters. Like, why do they keep getting caught up with taxes? They talk about Floyd getting caught up, Mike Tyson getting caught up.
Well, that's the financial literacy component that we always, that everyone kind of whispers about, right? Yeah, they whisper about, right? Is the outgo not matching the income. You know what I mean? I think that was one of the things that I spoke with Floyd about, being an example of blowing the dough. For the kids to have that as, and then it's one of those marketing tactics, I believe, that you're going to spend the money, show that you can spend the money. Secretly, you're making a whole lot, but you're creating an image for kids to follow that's not necessarily conducive to financial literacy. Some of the shit, man, you know what I mean? When guys who put their life on the line, who then have to go home short while you give to women, right? In front of the guys, that's I didn't think that was necessarily cool. When your kids are doing things that they shouldn't do for money because you don't give them the money that you give to women for nothing. Now, I'm not looking at women and looking at him and saying what he should be doing. We were talking, because he was looking for me, and we were talking about the differences in the way my get down is and the differences of the way he get down.
Dana White has also commented on the growing discussion surrounding Floyd Mayweather's finances, adding another high-profile voice to the controversy. Mayweather earned hundreds of millions throughout his legendary career, but his enormous spending habits have continued to attract attention. Luxury cars, expensive watches, mansions, private aircraft, gambling, and a massive entourage all come with extraordinary costs. White's comments become even more significant amid the speculation surrounding reported debts, legal disputes, and unpaid obligations. If those claims are accurate, they could present a very different picture from the billionaire-style image Mayweather has consistently displayed to the public.
Works as hard as he did and, amasses the type of wealth that he had, and then they lose it or it gets stolen or whatever the deal is. It's horrible, and it happens a lot in professional sports. Who knows? Anything is possible. Maybe we could do something and figure it out for him. But one of the things I wanted to, when you were just saying about like tonight's fight, we have 24 broadcast deals in 93 countries that this went out to tonight, So, for these guys to come over here and have the opportunity to not only get paid, but showcase their skills in front of, I always tell fighters, listen, making money is really important, but as many people as possible on earth seeing the things that you did and accomplished is equally as important.
Thank you.
Floyd Mayweather created one of the largest financial empires boxing has ever seen, but Spencer Cornelia has questioned how much of that fortune may remain after years of aggressive spending. Maintaining fleets of luxury cars, expensive watches, mansions, private jets, gambling habits, and a large entourage can consume enormous amounts of money. Cornelia's argument is that the issue may not be how much Floyd earned, but how quickly that money has been spent. Even hundreds of millions in career earnings can be placed under serious pressure when monthly expenses remain extremely high for years.
Sources close to Floyd or former managers of Floyd, that he is spending $3 million per month.
I think what's hard for all of us to grasp, and I'm including myself in this, I'm sure you're the same way, and Vegas has taught me this, I live in Las Vegas, Nevada, is that there are a lot of experiences and expenses that the average person just doesn't even know exists. And the best example I like to use is when you go to a nightclub here in Vegas, you can walk in the door and spend $200. The guy 10 feet from you that has bottle service and access to a group of women that he paid a host to get, he might spend $40,000 for the same night in a relatively similar experience. And so within that same night, he spent whatever the math is, 8,000x what you spent. My point being is that these guys get access to experiences flying private to the F1 that was a recent event. Maybe they fly private, they fly a group of people, a big 10, 12 person seater jet out to the World Cup. The World Cup tickets, you're buying a suite. I know Floyd Mayweather bought a suite for the Super Bowl. These are $1 million purchases, which if you are a high income earner, generally means you need to make $1.5 to $2 million so that you can spend $1 million. And it becomes very easy to spend this much money. I know it sounds absurd, and yes, we should criticize them. However, there's a lifestyle that us average folks, I include myself in that, we're not even aware of how easy it is to spend 10, 20, 50, 100 grand, $1 million.
Boxing ego has also entered the conversation surrounding Floyd Mayweather, offering another perspective on the legendary boxer's career, wealth, and controversial lifestyle. His comments add yet another voice to the growing debate over Mayweather's financial decisions and the choices he has made since walking away from professional boxing.
Always bragged about the money, the cars. I mean, look at his garage. He did videos. It looked like the Grand Theft Auto garage, right? Luxury items, on the private jet, all this stuff. And now there's a bunch of reports that we're going to go through in this video. Now, I've been covering boxing for double-digit years. Allow me to take you through it. A simple Google search shows Floyd Mayweather. You type in his name, you're going to see some fight photos and whatnot. But the top stories, and there's multiple stories, and we're going to take a look at some of them. But as mentioned, Business Insider is now reporting what you see on the screen, that Floyd Mayweather is being accused in lawsuits of owing millions of dollars for luxury watches, gold, and rent on palatial apartment, right? The bullet points. Floyd was sued for allegedly failing to pay rent on a luxurious duplex in Manhattan. The boxer was also hit with 2 new lawsuits over millions in allegedly unpaid bills for jewelry. So keep in mind the terminology, allegedly. Mayweather, we do know he sued Showtime Networks, alleging it helped his ex-manager deprive him of $340 million, which I mentioned earlier. It says, and this will all be linked in the description so you can have a copy or whatnot. Former boxing champ Floyd Mayweather has been hit with 3 new lawsuits alleging that he failed to pay millions to 2 jewelry stores and that he owes hundreds of thousands of dollars in rent on a palatial luxury.
Logan Paul has reignited the discussion by claiming that Floyd Mayweather still owes him $3 million connected to their highly publicized exhibition bout. The event generated enormous attention and revenue, but Paul alleges that the money he was supposed to receive remains unpaid. Mayweather has built his entire public identity around huge earnings, extravagant spending, and the money persona, so any allegation involving unpaid money immediately attracts attention. The reported $3 million dispute also raises broader questions about how the financial arrangements behind Mayweather's exhibition fights were structured and handled.
I mean, he's a cool dude.
Tell him to pay me, bro.
How much you owe you?
Probably between 2 and 3.
Yeah.
You got it on you by any chance? Maybe you could just.
Do you believe the Money Mayweather image is still backed by the same financial power he has always claimed? Or could his spending habits eventually catch up with him? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure to check out our other videos for more boxing news, analysis, and the latest updates. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next one.